Growing up in Norway, the Diamond was, even though it's on the edge of town, it was like the centerpiece of town for us and the kids. I compare it to the way Iowa fans treat Iowa Hawkeye football and basketball. It's the biggest thing in this area. Adults like to talk about it now. When I was a kid, we played ball every day, but that was the truth here in Norway. You didn't even have to call, get a hold of people to come and play. Everybody just showed up, and there was a ball game going on here every day. Since the school closed and we don't have a high school team, the Diamond in Norway is still very relevant in the fact that it's still home to the Norway Bandits, which is what we affectionately call our amateur baseball team in the Iowa Valley League. It's been like a family affair as far as the team being run. The Schulte family in the 90s took over it, and we're talking the mom, the dad, 4 sons. It did everything from playing, coaching, running the concession stand, doing the field work. And when they retired from it, our family kind of took over. I help run the team and work on the field. I have 2 sons that play, 2 nephews. My daughter runs the concession stand. And so that's kind of a thing we take pride in. It's still a Norway thing.
It's been a way of life since I can remember. It was just what you did when you were a kid. Came down and watched the Bandits played, and then when you finally got old enough, I remember after high school, that's all you really wanted to do. Couldn't wait to get to play for the Bandits, and then now being able to play for them. I remember being the little kid watching the older guys, and now I'm getting to the point where I see some little kids around, and it's just really cool. And goes with being a Brecht from Norway. I guess it was just always expected, and I expected to do it, and I'm very fortunate to have the opportunity to stick around here as long as I have been able to.
We've had several players who've played 10, 12, 15 years from Cedar Rapids or Iowa City, and they take pride in the fact that they play with the Norway on their chest. A couple of players that said, I consider myself more Norway than a lot of people that have just moved into the town of Norway just for the fact that they play baseball with the Norway across their chest.
No matter what way you spin it, we just got a group of good guys, and Norway is a town and a tradition, but the guys that we have just kind of buy into working together with the same team and working for the same goal and just being good dudes, We got guys all the way from 40 down to the 19-year-olds that come out of college, and it's cool to see them all work together, and it's basically coaches with players. We all get a chance to go out and play, and it's awesome. Oh, winning the title, that was one of the coolest years. Just the way the whole season had gone on. The other teams, no team really stuck out, and we had just a whole bunch of stuff going on, and next thing you know, we kept winning games and got a couple lucky hits and got the right, played well on the right day, and winning a title on our home field, as a hometown kid with my dad coaching that's a storybook thing. I couldn't believe it happened in real life, but I'll never forget all that.
Very satisfying in the fact that growing up, being around town team baseball, idolizing some of the players, when you're a youngster, and then playing with your brothers and having that, and then winning with your own sons on the field and your nephews. We celebrated the 100-year anniversary of Norway playing Watkins. It's a big deal. The towns are only about 5 miles apart, and there was always like a little rivalry amongst the townsfolk, you know, who was the better card players, the smarter people. And of course that spilled over onto a baseball field. Both teams are very good and a threat to win the state title every year. We've always been at war on the field, but afterwards, you know, we think we'd like to get together and drink a couple beers and just celebrate the game of baseball and the way we still have amateur baseball in this area. It's just something to be proud of. My first memory of baseball was being a little kid and coming here to a game with my dad and just getting a feeling from the crowd and the players. This was something important. And I don't know, that's something that just stuck with me as a little kid. And coming to the games, we used to play Little League ball on this field and Pony League in high school, and then transition American Legion baseball. The Cedar Rapids Legion teams would come out here and use the Norway field. And then to play in town team and to coach in town team. And all during that period, even as a little kid, when it rained or something needed to be done, then, you know, the towns people would come in and help work on the diamond. And since I was a little kid, being able to help rake or just haul stuff around, into the fact now that I'm in my 50s and still doing work on the diamond.
You know, even though the high school isn't here, there's still a lot of pride in being a ball player from Norway. And, you know, anywhere you go in the baseball world, somehow, some way you can spin something back to somebody has a relation from Norway, or they know that Norway was known for having ball players. So I don't know, it's just one of those things where it's an expectation around here, and it's cool to have so many people buy in.
Just being able to maintain a place like this with a storied history, we don't want to let the memories of Norway baseball go away. You know, we're not really sure what the future holds for this ball diamond, let alone this location. And that's something that's always in the back of our heads. There's still a lot of good old baseball people out there, and they like to see what's going on here.